Monday came and went. No update on Monday where Sophie Cunningham's status lies.
My gut feeling is it's an ACL. I hope not.
Clearly smiling after injuring Sophie Cunningham, man.
Sophie Cunningham didn't just suffer a knee injury on that court in Connecticut. She became the latest victim in a systematic campaign of violence that the WNBA refuses to acknowledge. The silence isn't coincidence, it is conspiracy. And the deeper you dig into what really happened that night, the more terrifying the truth becomes.
This is Bria Hartley right here, grinning from ear to ear with Sophie Cunningham smiling.
The MRI results showed no severe injury, they said, but then came the whisper that should chill every basketball fan to the bone.
Monday came and went. No update on Monday where Sophie Cunningham's status lies.
Things still don't look good for her. The damage goes deeper than ligaments and tendons. This was calculated destruction designed to end careers, and Sophie Cunningham just became target number one.
My gut feeling is it's an ACL. I hope not.
When medical experts start hedging their bets after claiming everything's fine, the real story is being buried. Sophie wasn't just injured. She was eliminated systematically, professionally, and the person who did it walked away with a smile.
With Bria Hartley smiling and laughing over this incident of Sophie Cunningham being hurt.
Before we continue, hit that like button right now for Queen Hoops, because we're about to expose the truth they don't want you to see.
Now look, you can tell Bria Hartley, in my opinion, she launched herself into her knee.
That is not a minor collision. That is not a basketball play gone wrong. That is structural devastation designed to end a career.
I've seen this one right here, Bria Hartley after it, where she's smiling and I'm...
Look at the photograph that went viral and then mysteriously disappeared from mainstream coverage. Sophie Cunningham writhing in agony, clutching her knee, tears streaming down her face, and Bria Hartley smiling, not grimacing, not concerned, not apologetic smiling, like she'd just completed a mission.
We went way too far and it hurt the league.
That image tells you everything you need to know about what really happened in that arena. This wasn't basketball. This was warfare. And Hartley wasn't driving to the basket. She was driving a knife into the heart of Indiana's season. Cunningham was seen clutching her knees while Hartley appeared to be smiling.
Clearly smiling after injuring Sophie Cunningham, man.
You don't smile when you accidentally hurt someone. You don't smile when a fellow competitor goes down in pain. You smile when you've accomplished exactly what you set out to do. Hartley didn't collide with Sophie's leg by accident. She targeted it. She extended her body, crashed into that unprotected lower leg, and watched her handiwork unfold with the satisfaction of a job well done.
If this wasn't Bria Hartley, I don't think anyone would be questioning whether or not this was intentional.
Just days before attacking Sophie, Hartley was ejected for throwing Rebecca Allen to the ground during a rebound battle. The week before that, another scuffle. The month before, more controversy. This isn't coincidence. It is methodology.
Dirty Bria Hartley back at it again with her shenanigans, and this time around, she had her eyes set on one Sophie the Trophy Cunningham.
Bria Hartley isn't just a basketball player. She is a weapon, a heat-seeking missile programmed to target the league's rising stars and neutralize them before they can threaten the established order. And Sophie Cunningham was getting too dangerous, too outspoken, too willing to call out the corruption festering in WNBA officiating.
We're not getting into politics anymore in this league.
Remember what Sophie said about the refs just weeks before her accident?
I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing?
The WNBA's response was to fine her twice. $500 the first time when she did it via TikTok video, and later $1,500 for comments she made on her podcast.
They're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you're on the other team and you're going to be finding the shit out of me,
Yeah.
cool. But let me do it to you.
Yeah.
The message was clear: shut up or we'll shut you up. Sophie didn't shut up, so they found another way to silence her.
You wanted to grow this league, but your league is being wounded all over again.
The Indiana Fever, the team with the most explosive young talent in the league, is being systematically dismantled by injuries. This is targeted destruction on an industrial scale. First, they took Caitlin Clark, a groin injury that has lasted over a month, with Caitlin Clark missing 12 straight games.
It's such like a weird injury because she doesn't really, like, she's not in pain all the time.
But here is what they don't want you to know. Sophie Cunningham called Clark's injury such a weird injury. She is not in pain all the time. Translation: even Sophie knew something wasn't right about Clark's mysterious ailment. Then they took Sydney Colson, ACL tear, season over.
Make an example out of one of these people and it will stop.
Ari McDonald, broken foot, season over. Now Sophie Cunningham, knee injury, future uncertain. That is 4 starters eliminated in the span of a month. That is not luck. That is biological warfare.
Sophie has turned into one of WNBA's biggest stars.
The Fever weren't just climbing the standings, they were becoming dangerous. They had the talent to expose the WNBA's dirty little secrets, the platform to call out corruption, and the courage to fight back. So the league did what it always does when faced with genuine threats. It eliminated them.
You guys are gutless.
Sophie's sister Lindsay didn't just criticize the WNBA after the attack. Maybe you should focus less on fining players for commenting on your poor officiating and more about hiring officials that are able to call a consistent game and protect your athletes. Pathetic praying for you. Pathetic. That is the word that cuts deepest because it is true. This league is pathetic. Pathetic in its corruption. Pathetic in its cover-ups. Pathetic in its willingness to destroy young careers to protect its broken system.
We going to just get radio silence from your leagues?
And Sophie's mother deleted her post calling Hartley a disgruntled player having trouble everywhere she goes. She is plain mean and plays out of control. Why delete the truth? Because the pressure to stay quiet is real. Because speaking out has consequences. Because families are learning that in this league, honesty is dangerous.
And Sophie's mother, Paula, Hartley is a disgruntled player having trouble everywhere she goes. She's plain mean and plays out of control.
Watch how analysts like Rachel Demita rush to defend Hartley, claiming there was no malice in Sophie Cunningham's injury and that it was just unfortunate.
And it was a lot of incredulous people, right, who were saying, oh, it's not on purpose. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell shoved her over, making all kind of excuses to say that Bria Hartley is not a dirty player.
Watch how the league stays silent about disciplinary action.
We going to just get radio silence from your leagues?
Watch how the media focuses on Indiana's remarkable comeback instead of the criminal assault that made it necessary. This is how cover-ups work in professional sports. You flood the zone with alternative explanations. You praise the resilience of the victims, and you hope everyone forgets about the smoking gun, the smiling face, and the systematic destruction of the most exciting young team in basketball.
Make an example out of one of these people and it will stop. You guys are gutless.
But Sophie Cunningham won't forget. Her family won't forget, and neither should you. Here is what really happened in that arena in Connecticut. The WNBA's enforcers targeted their biggest threat. They sent Bria Hartley, a player with a documented history of violence, to neutralize Sophie Cunningham before she could expose any more corruption. The collision was choreographed. The injury was intentional, and the smile was victory.
And she is the dirtiest player in the WNBA right now.
Sophie didn't just suffer a knee injury that night. She became the latest casualty in a war most fans don't even know is being fought. A war between truth and corruption, between young talent and established power, between those who would change the league and those who would destroy anyone who tries.
We went way too far and it hurt the league.
The Indiana Fever aren't just injured, they're under attack. And Sophie Cunningham isn't just recovering from surgery. She is recovering from an assassination attempt that happened in broad daylight in front of thousands of witnesses, with cameras rolling. The only question now is whether she'll have the courage to tell the whole truth when she comes back. If she comes back at all, this isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about survival.